Let's begin with a gentle circle motion of the feet in any direction. Observe whether the movement of both feet feels symmetrical. Curl your toes inward, then extend them outward. And softly guide one knee outward to the side and return it to the starting position. This movement resembles the action in Jana Shirshasana. Open the knee, bring it back, open it back. You may gradually increase the pace, ensuring the motion is smooth and painless. Tap your knees in the sides of your calf, stimulating the area lightly. Transition to your forearms, slightly both legs, and begin to pedal your feet in the air as if cycling. Push the air forward with your feet, warm up the knee joints, creating a flowing motion. Today we focus particularly on warming the area behind the knees. Reverse the pedaling motion to pull the air towards yourself. Pause. Roll forward slowly to come into quadruped position, aligning your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Begin spinal waves. Inhale as you lift your head and tailbone upward. Exhale, tuck your pelvis under and round the spine. Each movement originates from the tailbone and flows through the crown of the head. Take a few more rounds, focusing on gradually warming up the muscles. The next exhale, straighten your legs, step back into plank, allowing your body to adapt to the stretch. Gently shift your weight from side to side, keeping your gaze forward. Exhale, draw your shoulders back. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And transition to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bring awarenesses to your hamstring and calves, expanding and warming up the back of your legs. Perhaps gently pressing the head towards your floor for additional length in the spine. Take an inhale, look forward, and either step or hop to your hands. Lengthen your spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold forward, bringing your torso towards your thighs. Reach your arms upward. On the next inhale, come into stand in Tadasana. Exhale, release. Transition into non-classical flow sequence with a focus on straightening the legs. Bend into Utkatasana, chair pose. Imagine yourself seated on an invisible chair. Interlace your fingers and extend your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold, step or jump back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Step your right foot forward into a lunge, Hatha-Vinyasa. Extend your arms alongside your ears, reaching forward. Inhale, exhale, step back into Chaturanga, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Repeat on the left side. Step the left foot forward, Anjaneyasana. With the back foot on the toes, reach your arms forward, elongation through the sides. Exhale, Chaturanga, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold the pose, breathing evenly, and let your body settle into the rhythm of the movement and breath. Press your palms firmly into the floor, ensuring they are fully open and fingers spread wide. Turn your sitting bones towards the ceiling and gently guide your heels towards the floor. Take a deep breath into your back. Exhale, look forward, step or lightly hop your feet towards your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lift on your chest. Exhale, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, Utkatasana. Interlace your fingers, reach your arms up. Inhale, straighten your legs. Sit back into Utkatasana again. fold forward, Uttanasana, exhale. Reach forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back into Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Chin to chest, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Left heel press into the ground. Turn your chest to the right and stretch your arms alongside your ears. Exhale, Vinyasa. Step forward to the left foot. Right heel press into the ground. Turn your chest to the left, arms alongside your ears. Inhale, exhale, Vinyasa. To down dog, let your chin drop slightly, take a deep breath, feel the ribs expand as you inhale and gently contract as you exhale. Inhale fully, exhale softening your chest. Look forward. Step or jump your feet together at the front of your mat. Inhale, exhale. Bend your knees and lower your hands to the floor. Interlace your fingers, Utkatasana, inhale, exhale, Tadasana. Again, Utkatasana, straighten your arms up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up, exhale, step back into Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step forward with the right foot, left heel lifted. Turn your chest to the right. Arms alongside your ears. Inhale. Exhale, return to downward facing dog through Vinyasa. Step forward with your left foot, right heel lifted. Turn your chest to the left. Arms alongside your ears. Inhale. Exhale, return to downward facing dog through Vinyasa. Down dog, hold here for a few breaths. Adjust your arms and legs as needed. Breathe deeply and feel yourself becoming more present. If you're not warmed up yet, use the next movement to generate more heat in your body. We need hot legs. Beautiful, go forward. So, take a deep inhale, lifting your chest. With the next exhale, we're gonna do fold forward again. Well, fold from the hips, lengthen the spine, soften your ribs and gently sway your hips side to side, up and right, then left. Keep your knees as straight as comfortable. Pause on the center. Bend your knees and press your belly to your thighs. Grip your big toes with your fingers, look forward, keeping your spine flat. Inhale, as you exhale, fold forward slightly. It's okay to keep your knees bent. Inhale, bend the knee and lift slightly. Exhale, fold forward again. Repeat this dynamic movement. Inhale to bend, exhale, fold. And now relax your neck and fold forward deeply, elbows wide. Your knees don't need to fully straighten, slight bend are fine. Keep your lower back safe. It's better to have bent knees and healthy spine. Take a free inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift your gaze forward, straighten your elbows. Exhale, place your hands under your feet so palms press into soles. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, fold again. Your knees can stay bent or straighten. Imagine tearing your pants with your hips lifting up. Shift your weight slightly forward from your heels to the balls of your feet. Breathe deeply into Hatha-Vinyasa. Press your hands into the mat. Relax your neck. Inhale deeply and exhale softly. Look forward again. Exhale, release your hands and place them on the mat. Prepare for Bakasana, cow pose, or step back into plank. If in a plank, make sure your hips don't lift higher than your shoulders. For Bakasana, keep your hips high and your gaze forward. Hold for a couple of breaths. Inhale, toes together. Exhale, jump or step upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Lift your right leg up with inhale. As you exhale, bend your knee and imagine holding a pencil under it. Open your hips slightly to the right while grounding your left heel and pushing through your palms. Draw your right knee towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, one more inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten your right leg, square your hips. Exhale, step your right foot softly between your hands. Lower your hips gently. Now shift the weight slightly as you lift the right toes. Exhale, sink your hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower again. If straightening the leg fully is difficult, use yoga blocks for support. Move with your breath. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, lower. Repeat a few times. If you're using blocks, that's perfectly fine. Keep you moving at your pace. On inhale, plant your foot fully and lower your left knee and the top of your left foot to the mat. Engage your core, press the top of your left foot into the mat and lift your left knee slightly off the floor. Your spine should stretch forward, your chest reaching ahead, while your left leg creates resistance as it pulls back. Inhale deeply, exhale steadily. Stay here for a couple of breaths. When you're ready, lower your left knee and back to the mat. Take your left toes under, press your palms firmly into floor and step back into a three-legged plank. Keep your shoulders stacked over your wrist, engage your right glute and straighten your lifted leg with the toes pointed. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, bring your right knee towards your chest and softly step it forward between your hands. Lower your left knee to the mat again and extend your right leg straight into half split pose, Hanumanasana. You might want to use blocks for support. Focus on your alignment. Don't collapse your chest or pull your ribs inward. Stand, lengthen your spine and draw your ribs towards the floor. If it feels comfortable, you can lower your hands to the floor. Guide your belly towards your right thigh. Keep your left hip slightly rotated forward to avoid tilting your pelvis. Point your right toes or keep the foot relaxed if there's tension. Take a deep breath. Exhale, Shift forward and press your right foot firmly into the mat. Re-bend your front knee and lift your torso upright. Place your left hand on your left hip and your right hand on your right thigh. Gently press your left hip towards the down. Straighten your left hip flexor. Keep your chest lifted and your gaze forward. Inhale deeply. Exhale, sink your hips slightly lower, keeping your lower belly engaged to protect your lower back. Inhale and exhale. Feel the stretch deepen in your left hip. On your next exhale, fold forward again, placing your hands on either side to your front foot. Tuck your left toes under and lift your left knee and step back into high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Beautiful. Free exhale and lift your left leg upward with an inhale. As you exhale, bend the knee and let your hips gently open to the left. Slightly tighten your body to the right. Engage your left leg as if you're holding an invisible pencil under your knee, keeping the leg strong and active. Press your right heel towards the mat, even if it doesn't reach. Maintain the intention. On your next exhale, straighten your left leg, loosen the hips, and step your left foot forward between your hands, sinking your hips slightly down into the lunge. Begin small dynamic movement. With inhale, lift your hips slightly back. Exhale, sink deeper. Repeat this flow a few times, optionally using yoga blocks for support if needed. Focus on keeping the movement controlled and smooth. After final exhale, lower your right knee to the mat and untuck your toes. Place your hands on either side of your left foot and press gently into the floor. Engage your core and lift your right knee slightly off the mat, pressing the top of your right foot into the floor for resistance. Keep your spine extended and your hips square. Take a couple of deep breaths here, feeling the stretch in your right thigh and hip. On the next exhale, lower your right knee again. Tuck your toes under, lift your right knee and step back into three-legged plank. Keep your left leg lifted, allow your shoulders over your wrist, draw your navel in and keep your left toes pointed. Take a few deep breaths, engaging your glutes and core. With an inhale, draw your left knee towards your chest and step it forward between your hands. Lower your right knee to the mat and extend your left leg into half split pose, Hanumanasana. Flex your left foot, drawing the toes towards you and maintain long spine. If needed, use yoga blocks for support to avoid collapsing in the lower back. Focus on hinging the hips, bringing your belly closer to the left thigh. If you're comfortable, lower your hands closer to the floor and relax into the pose. Adjust the stretch as needed by slightly relaxing your left foot if intensity is too high. Take a deep breath in. Shift forward, bend your left knee again and lift your torso upright. Place your left hand on your left thigh and your right hand on your right hip. Sink deeper into your right hip flexor while keeping your chest open and hips square forward. Avoid twisting to the side. Ensure your pelvis and shoulders face forward. Take a few breaths here, directing each exhale to deepen and stretch. On the next exhale, fold forward, plant your hands on the mat. Tuck your toes under, lift your right knee, step into plank, inhale deeply, and flow in through Chaturanga Dandasana to downward facing dog. Take a free inhale, another exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, direct your gaze forward. If it is intermediate transition, we will carefully bring our legs through the arms. I will use the blocks. If you've been practicing for a long time, you can jump through. If you're newer to yoga, you can gently sit down by stepping or shifting your hips between your hands. Once seated, place your hands behind you. Prepare for reverse tabletop pose. Lift your hips upward as you inhale, fingers pointing towards your body. Exhale, stabilize at the top. Squeeze your glutes slightly, press firmly into your palms, and feel a light stretch around your shoulders. With the next exhale, gently lower your hips to the ground, straighten both legs in front of you, flexion your feet with the toes, pointing towards you, Dandasana. You can take one sip water, why not? And if your pelvis tilts backward and your lower back rounds when you fold forward, it's time to use a strap. Loop the strap around the balls of your feet, gently pull the strap towards you, bending your elbows slightly and hinge at your hips to fall forward without rounding your spine. If you don't need a strap, you can hold your feet. Rest your hands beside your legs or clasp your hands further forward to deepen the stretch. Focus on your breath, on expanding the rib cage, back, and the area around your kidneys. Inhale to create space in your spine, feeling it lengthen. Exhale to deepen the fold, relaxing as you stretch forward. Keep your gaze direct downward for a long, even spine. Inhale gently forward, elongate your spine, and return to seated. If you're an advanced practitioner, lift your hips, raise your heels, and transition smoothly into jump back in Chaturanga Dandasana. For those newer to yoga, you can transition into Chaturanga through modified stepping motion. From Chaturanga, inhale to downward facing dog. Exhale, press back, grounding yourself with stability. Take a deep breath in. Extend your right leg upward again. Once it's up, hold the posture as you exhale. Your leg should be straight with the knee engaged and the foot reaching towards the ceiling. Press your palms firmly into the ground, engage your pelvic floor, and draw your navel in. Inhale. Exhale, bring your knee towards your chest. Exhale, lift your left back. Exhale, as you bring it again, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, draw the knee closer. Do this one more time and extend your leg forward into a lunge. Bring your foot near your hand, lower your left thigh and your foot back to the ground and straighten your right leg again in front of you, Hanumanasana. You can use the blocks. If you feel your second attempt is going better, bring your hands in front of you and let your head gradually drop lower and lower. Allow your belly to rest on your thigh. Stay in the most intense stretch point and breathe deeply into it. If your leg starts to tremble or shake, take a moment to press your palms into the floor and lift your torso slightly to give your leg a break before going back into the stretch. Take another exhale and deepen the stretch, focusing on releasing tension. With the next exhale, roll gently into your back leg, lowering your left hip down, then come back into Ashwasthana low lunge. Now we'll add some complexity. Bring your left hand towards your left foot, bending your knee. Attempt to grasp your foot with your hand. If you find it difficult, you can use a strap to assist you. Place it around your foot and gently pull it closer to your body. Ideally, you'll eventually be able to do this without a strap. Alternatively, to challenge yourself further, you can move into Hatha-Vinyasa, half cow pose from standing. Rotate your left hand so that your fingers point up. Apply gently pressure on your foot while drawing the heel closer to outer side of your hip, not to your glutes, but slightly outward. The ultimate goal is to one day hook your foot around your ribs. Keep your gaze forward, maintain equal pressure in both shoulders, and avoid lifting your hips too high over your knee as you pull the heel closer. Stay focused on the activation of your right leg, maintaining straight and control throughout the movements. Don't worry if you're feeling terrible sensation right now. I'm experiencing them too. Release your left leg with exhale and gently lean forward. Place your right hand on the floor and bring your left leg underneath you into traditional pigeon pose, Ekapada Pajakapotasana. What does it mean? It means that we don't make the pose wide, but bring it a bit closer under ourselves, align it wrongly with the left hip bone. Extend the left leg behind you and turn your pelvis toward. You may need a block. If your glute is high off the ground, it's better to sit it on a block, as this will reduce the strain on your knee. Place your hands to the side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean forward to your knee. Inhale, gently rise and arch your back. Exhale, dynamic movement. Inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch your abdomen slightly with each exhale. Inhale, up. Exhale, lean. Keep your left leg strong behind you. Inhale. Exhale, lean. Try to bring your hands forward. I highly recommend pressing into your fingertips. Gradually extend your hands further, lowering yourself deeper. Gradually draw your left hip bone towards your right heel. Work to deepen the stretch in your hips by rotation your pelvis down. And now press your right glute into the floor. Keep your spine long and extended. Take a few breaths. You should feel the stretch in your right glute, around it and along the back of your thigh. One more inhale. Exhale. On your inhale, shift your gaze upward. As you exhale, bring your palms under your shoulders, tuck your left toes, and with your right knee, press into plank. Inhale, step back into plank. Exhale, continue engage. Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Keep it up on the exhale. Straighten your left knee as much as you can, drawing your toes towards the ceiling. Engage your core and press your hands into the floor. Inhale, exhale. Inhale again. On the exhale, bring your knee towards your chest, stepping into plank pose. Inhale, return to lifting the leg up. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, bring the knee towards the chest. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, step the foot forward. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step forward, aiming to gently straighten the knee and take a step. Lower your right knee to the floor and extend your left leg straight out in front of you. Focus on your body's alignment. You can use block or modify as needed. Inhale as you exhale. If you lower in your chest towards the floor, extend your arms forward. Keep your spine long. Gently flex your toes towards yourself. Ensure your toes aren't rotation or shifting to the side, and keep them straight. Gently draw them back towards you. If you feel strong, just comfortable in the back of your thigh, it's important to adjust. Either relax the toes slightly or lift your torso a little higher to avoid forcing the stretch too deep. Move forward. On the exhale, gently step forward, bending your right knee and lifting your back, expanding your chest. Reach your right hand to find your right foot. Bend your knee. You can stay here and hold your gaze forward, feeling deep and stretch. If you're going deeper, pull the foot closer to you. The important movement here is that your fingers on the right hand try to press upward, not just gripping the toes. Avoid forcing your fingers. Press into the arch of your foot, not only the toes. Keep your gaze forward, aiming to sink deeper into the stretch. Breathe into your chest, and with each exhale, allow yourself to ease through any discomfort. It's common to have stretch at the back of the leg, but the front of the hip might be restricting your flexibility. This is a position that's benefit from frequent practice, not just staying in a static stance like in Warrior 2. Inhale, exhale, let go of your right foot. Place your right hand on the floor for support and tuck your left leg under you and sit it back, stretching the right leg behind, pigeon pose. Keep your hands by your sides. I remind you to use the block underneath your hip. Ensure that your knee aligns properly. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Inhale again at the top. Exhale lower. Gentle extension. Exhale. Inhale. Lift yourself up. Exhale, lower down. Up. Lower down. And last time. 1. Lower down. Hold. Lower down as much as possible. Stretching your arms forward, placing the weight on your shoulders and fingertips. Gradually lower yourself closer and closer to the thigh. The right knee rotates towards the floor and the right pelvic bones reach down. Focus on feeling the stretch around the left glute and the back of the left thigh. Lift your gaze. On the exhale, rise up. Place your palms directly under your shoulders. Press the right toes into the mat. Lower back slightly. Transition into plank with awarenesses together with the knee. Move down, step back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And exhale into Adha Mukha Svanasana. Take a free inhale. Push your heels towards the ground on the exhale and look forward. Either step or gently transition to a seated position on your knee, sit bones. Keep your chest lifted and place your hands behind you. Bend your knee again. Return to tabletop, but let's make it more challenging. Lift your hips up and shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left knee, keeping it bent, or try to fully straighten the left leg, pushing it towards the ceiling. Be mindful not to sink in your midsection. Push your hips higher. Work actively with your palms and your right foot. Feel the engagement in the front of your left thigh and the back of your right thigh. When you're ready, exhale and gently lower down. Fold your left leg under you, placing the top of the foot along your thigh. Extend your right leg forward. If you're seated and feel discomfort in your knee or notice pain, this suggests that internal rotation in your hips isn't fully available yet. Use a block for support. Lift your right hip slightly, rotate, and then sit back down. This will free your hip and prevent knee pain. We grab the foot, lift the chest, lower the shoulders, and gradually begin to straighten the leg. Inhale in your position. On the exhale, gently bend the elbows outward, drawing the leg closer to you. Inhale, slightly relax your hands. Exhale, pull the leg closer. Inhale, draw your leg in again. Exhale, release slightly. If you feel your left leg or knee starting to fire, you can extend the left leg for balance. However, if it feels fine, keep it bent. Keep the leg at the height where you can manage. Pulling the thigh even closer towards you, and then release the foot or strap and extend your arms forward as if in a Navasana boat pose. Draw the leg closer to you without using your hands. Be careful not to sink into your lower back. Don't collapse your chest or sit on your tailbone. Leave the ribs, leave the chest, and keep the leg steady. Even if it's trembling, it is normal. Grab the foot, inhale. Exhale, release the shoulders and the thigh. Inhale, pull the leg closer to you once more. Exhale. If the full variation is accessible, gradually aim to bring your chin towards your knee while pointing your toes upward. You can clasp your wrist with one hand if possible. Keep drawing the leg closer. Maintain control and awarenesses throughout. Kranchasana. As you exhale, gently release your right leg. On exhale, let it rest fully to the side. We finally bring the left leg, allowing the hips to relax for a moment. Once again, place your hands behind your back, bend your knees, transition into tabletop pose, stabilize yourself, and with inhale, lift your body and hold the posture as you exhale. Find your left foot and press firmly into it for support. Then when you lift right leg upward, engage your core, slightly pulling your navel in. The left hip resumes its stabilizing work, while the right leg takes on a new role. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, gently lower yourself to seated position. Tuck your right leg under you in a hero pose, Virasana, with the knee pointing forward and the foot resting alongside the hip. Keep your left leg bent for now without using a strap or with one if needed. If something feels uncomfortable or left side is misaligned, place a block under your leg, sitting bone for support. Work with the same mechanic, just seated on a block. Now begin to draw circles with the left leg. Lift throughout the ribs and soften the shoulders. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, try to straighten your left knee using a strap or your hands for support. Inhale, and as you exhale, slightly bend your elbows and pull the leg towards you. Inhale, relax a little. Exhale, bend the elbows more. On the final exhale, hold the leg where you can. Let go of the strap or release the support, extending your arms forward and transition into boat pose Navasana while seated in hero pose. Breathe in On the exhale, take a hold of your foot with the strap or your hands, keeping your elbows wide. Relax the front of the thigh as you draw the leg even closer towards you. The goal is to bring your chin towards your shin, if it's accessible, of course. Deepen the grip by holding higher on your leg, allowing the spine to lengthen further. Breathe deeply and steadily, as we promised ourselves to maintain a calm and stable breath throughout. Inhale, exhale gently. Inhale, exhale. Gently releasing the leg and lowering it all the way down. Bring the right leg out from under you and shake both legs out to release tension. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, hop forward, slowly coming into seated position with the spine long. Exhale, rolling down onto your back, vertebra by vertebra. Lay the spine full on the mat. Bend both knees, placing your feet hip-wide apart with the soles of your feet parallel pointing towards. Well, move into dynamic bridge pose, Hatha-Vinyasa. Ensure your feet stay parallel and avoid turning them out into plie. As you inhale, lift your pelvis upward. Initiation the movement. Exhale, lower down with the control. Repeat this motion with a fluid breath, building strength and stability. On the final inhale, hold the pose at the top. With your pelvis lifted, clasp your hands under your back and interlace your fingers. Press your shoulders together and draw your shoulder blades underneath you, creating more lift through the chest. Push the pelvis even higher. Press firmly into your feet and feel the weight transfer into your shoulders and the back of your head. Uttanasana. Take a few breaths here. Exhale, release the hands, lower the pelvis down to the mat, extend your arms and pull your navel inward, grounding your lower back. Inhale, draw both knees towards your chest. On the exhale, avoid pulling too hard or lifting the pelvis, simply soften the left towards you. Inhale, with the exhale, offer your knees wide apart. Gently rock side to side, massaging your lower back. Grab your feet from the inside. If you can reach, you strap around your feet or hold behind the knee. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. Gently press downward, ideally on the soles of your feet. If accessible, try to straighten your knees slightly, just enough to feel a stretch. Then bend it again. Repeat the motion. If full extension of the legs is available to you, hold that position briefly, keeping the lower back pressed on the floor. Maintain a neutral neck, chin slightly tucked. Observe the stretch through the inner thighs while keeping your spine flat on the mat. Breathe deeply, allowing your legs to soften as they naturally lower. If your knees were extended, slowly bend them again and hug them towards your chest. Relax your arms and gently rock forward and back along your spine a few times. Afterward, rest on your back. Place both feet on the mat, preparing for next pose. You can either repeat Uttanasana, supported bridge pose, or if you feel ready, move into wheel pose, Urdhva Hanumanasana. For wheel pose, place your hands beside your ears, with the finger pointing towards your shoulder. With inhale, press through the hands and feet, lifting your pelvis, abdomen and chest off the floor. Find your variation of the back bend. Keep your feet parallel and avoid splaying your knees outward. Focus on creating length through your shoulders rather than compression your lower back. Exhale, round your back, bring your knees to your chest, hug them as if you press your lower back into the mat. Allow your left leg to rest on the mat while pulling your right knee towards your chest. Using your left hand, gently guide your right knee across your body to the left, moving into a spinal twist, Supta Chandrasana. Extend your right arm to the side and, if comfortable, look forward or right hand. For a deeper variation, grab the outer edge of your right foot with the left hand, lifting the leg higher. Keep your left leg grounded as you press your right leg gently into the twist. Feel the stretch in your right glute and hip. Hold the position for a few breaths, observing the sensation for the twist. Release the pose gently, return to the center. And now we're gonna transition into recycling splits pose. Begin by extending your right leg up towards the ceiling. If needed, use a strap looped over the sole of your right foot. Hold the strap in your way that allows your back to remain flat on the mat, avoiding strain in your neck or upper back. If you don't have a strap, you can hold your leg by the ankle, shin, or even behind the knee, depending on your flexibility. If your leg is moved vertical, that's perfectly fine. Work within your range and gently pull your leg closer to your torso, keeping the motion smooth and gradually. Using your breath to guide the stretch, inhale, releasing slightly, and on exhale, gently draw your leg closer. Repeat this movement a few times, focusing on lengthening the hamstring. Exhale. Hold the legs in a place for a moment. And then release the strap or your grip. Slowly bend the knee and relax the leg. Bring your hands overhead and, if comfortable, try lifting your head and shoulders off the floor, moving into half boat pose, Hatha-Vinyasa. Alternatively, for a deepened stretch, fold forward towards your extended leg, aiming to bring your forehead closer to your knee or shin. When you're ready, exhale and release to relax back onto the mat. Extend the leg again, bend and straighten your leg a couple of times to release tension in the hamstring. For those with advanced flexibility, you can transition into a lateral stretch by gently rolling onto your left side and shifting your weight onto your right hip, moving into a sideline splits variation. Keep your hips square and grounded, and continue to relax into the stretch with a deep breath. If you're very experienced with the splits, you may lift your torso and adjust into a full forward fold over your front leg, ensuring the pelvis remains aligned and level. Take your time here, as the deep stretches like this require patience. Your body needs time to adjust to the lengthening, so stay in the posture for several breaths, allowing your muscles to relax into the stretch. Beautiful. Just breathe in this pose, be here, live here in this pose. And when you're ready to release, roll back into your back, bending your right knee. Imagine crushing a small ball under your knee, engaging the muscles around the joint for stabilization. Hold here for a few breaths. And on the exhale, place your right foot back on the mat. Bending your left leg as well. Return to bridge pose. Move into wheel pose. So you can choose Hatha-Vinyasa or Hanumanasana if you feel comfortable. Engage your glutes and thighs to lift your hips, chest and abdomen. Focus on transferring weight evenly across your shoulders and feet. Hold for a few breaths. And when you're ready, slowly lower down on the exhale. Draw your left knee towards your chest, keeping the right leg extended on the floor. Transition into spinal twist, Supta Chandrasana. Use your right hand to guide your left knee across your body, while your left arm extends out the side. Turn your head to look towards your left hand. For a deeper twist, grab the outer edge of your left foot with your right hand. Lifting the left leg higher while keeping your right leg rounded. Draw the left leg closer to your right shoulder and continue to rotate your ribs upward towards the ceiling. Keep your gaze soft on your left hand and hold for several breaths, enjoying the deep stretch through outer hip and lower back. When you're ready, gently release and return to center, preparing to repeat the sequence. Now we move into recycling hamstring stretch with the option to use a strap. Loop the strap around the sole of your foot if available. If not, simply forget the strap and work within your range. Begin by pulling your straight leg towards you on exhale, ensuring your lower back stays grounded on the mat and your core lightly engaged. Avoid lifting your head or straining your neck. Keep the movement gently and controlled. With each breath, deepen the stretch. Inhale, release slightly. Exhale, draw the leg closer. Continue this for a few cycles, allowing your muscles to lengthen. If your leg stays vertical, that's perfectly fine. Work with your body as it is and hold the leg where you can. That's with a strap or with the ankle or behind the knee or half boat pose Ardhanavasana, aiming to bring your chest closer to your leg. Lifting your shoulders and head off the mat. Alternatively, fold forward fully, attention to bring your chin towards your shin or your torso to your leg. To release, gently lower your shoulders and head back to the mat. Bend your straighten your knee or a couple of times to release tension. If you are working on splits, you can transition into recycled splits pose, Supta Hanumanasana. Avoid external rotation your leg is stand. Focus on maintaining a closed hip rotation. And for advanced practitioner, roll into your side and transition into sideline split stretch or supported side split. Ensure your pelvis remains level and keep your extended leg active with toes pointing forward. If you're already comfortable in full split, you can roll forward into a forward fold variation, keeping your hips square and engaged. Engage the muscle and hold for a few breaths before releasing. Shake out your legs, release tension. You can lightly tap on your calves on the mat. It can also help to release tension. And now we're ready for inversions. If inversions are not suitable for you today, repeat this recycle and stretch and finish with Shavasana. If you're ready for inversions, follow along for shoulder stand, Salamkha Sarvangasana. Roll onto your shoulders, supporting your back with your hands. Ensure your chin stays slightly away from your chest and your neck is neutral. Lift your leg upward and stacking them over your hips. You may keep your hands supporting your lower back or extend them overhead if stable. Hold for several breaths, gazing towards your navel and allowing your legs to relax as blood flows downward, aiding in circulation and recovery. After several breaths in shoulder stand, transition into plow pose or halasana by lowering your feet towards the floor behind your head. Keep your back supported by your hands if necessary and only lower your feet as far as your flexibility allows. Hold the pose calmly, focusing on your breath. From Halasana, bend your knees and bring them gently towards your ears, Karmapidasana. Interlace your fingers behind your back, pressing your arms firmly into the mat to lift your hips slightly higher. Draw your shoulder blades together underneath you to create a stable foundation and avoid putting pressure on your neck. If needed, keep your hands supporting your back, otherwise let them remain interlaced, avoiding splaying the part. When you're ready, interlace your hands and slowly roll out of the pose, vertebra by vertebra, letting your spine and legs relax fully into the mat. Transition to fish pose, Mathyasana. For the simplified version, slide your palms under your hips with your palms facing down. Use your elbows to lift your chest upward as you tilt your head back, allowing the crown of your head to lightly touch the mat. For the classic version, extend your arms alongside your body and press your forearms into the mat as you arch your back and drop your head back. Keep your legs extended, toes flexed towards you. Take a deep breath, allowing your chest to expand fully with each inhale and your body to soften with each exhale. The final breath, gently release the pose. And from here, transition to downward facing dog. For experienced practitioners, from the front edge of the mat, flow smoothly into downward facing dog by shifting your weight forward, lowering halfway down. For beginners, just hug your knees to your chest and roll forward, come into seated position before transition to downward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips high, lengthen your spine, relax your neck. Take a few deep breaths. From here, dolphin or headstand. For dolphin pose, lower into your forearm with elbows no wider than your shoulder wide apart. Walk your feet closer to your arms, lifting your hips. For headstander, Shirshasana, set up stable base by interlacing your fingers and placing the back of your head in your hands. Keep your elbows shoulder wide apart and press your forearms firmly into the mat. Lift your legs one by one or together, extending them straight upward. Engage your core and avoid collapsing your neck. Hold either dolphin pose or headstand up for 15 breaths, but listen to your body. Count each breath. Inhale, expand your chest. Exhale, soften and stabilize. Remind yourself, shoulders away from ears, core engaged, no strain. Exit the pose earlier if needed. Do not overexert. Transition back, release gently, either lower your legs to parallel with the floor and then to the mat, or return to child's pose, balasana, for a brief rest. Follow into upward facing dog. To downward facing dog, rest. Relax your neck, shoulders with a slow, steady breath. From here, sit or lie down briefly to center yourself, folding your legs comfortably. Check in with your body, unclench your jaw, soften your face, release tension in your shoulders, rest your chin slightly towards your chest, normalizing your breath, breathe steadily. And when you're ready, extend your legs and arms fully. Resting your body on the mat. Let your feet fall outward neutrally. Arms relaxed by your sides. Palms facing up. Ensure your shoulders are drawn away from your ears and slightly tuck your chin to lengthen the back of your neck. Take a deep inhale and soft exhale. Surrendering your body into the mat. Allow yourself to simply observe your breath and feel your body relax deeper with each moment. Stay here as long as you need, letting go completely. And while you're resting in Shavasana, allow me to thank you for being here with me today, for sharing your practice on my channel. Your support through subscription, likes and comments helps my channel grow and means the world to me. I look forward to seeing you again in our next practice. Namaste.